Hey everybody, and welcome back to Tenza Motorsports. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a comparison. I'm really excited to get this done. I purchased some parts from a local auto parts store, and I want to compare them side by side with the Max Speeding Rod parts. Recently we got some parts from MAXPEEDINGRODS for this 2013 X5 that we are completely redoing. The whole entire front end and the engine. You can see some engine components back here behind me. And I want to talk about parts coming from China, Chinese made parts, and what the deal is with the quality and the pricing and all that stuff. So we will get into that in just a moment. Before we do, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Like if you enjoy this type of content. Also make sure to check us out on Instagram, Tenza_motorsports. And the reason I thought this was important is when I do repairs at my full-time job, I get a lot of made in China parts, even from the auto parts store. And I don't want to pick on any particular auto parts store because they all do it. So it doesn't really matter who, fill in the blank here. So for example, I had a customer, this was a while back because it obviously had to get warrantied out. We did some wheel bearings on, I want to say it was a Pilot, but it might have been just the CRV. We put some wheel bearings on it. By the time we were all done with the wheel bearing and the install, it was like $100. Well, first off, that's getting pretty close to taking it to the dealership, and the reason for that was, a lot of it was the price of the wheel bearings. They were not cheap. I think they were like $100 and something bucks a piece. So you're $300 and something a wheel bearing, and then we had to press them out and stuff like that. And then I think there was something else, maybe that whole bill wasn't completely just the wheel bearings, but it wasn't cheap. So they wanted full tilt for these parts, and they are made in China. And that bothers me a little bit because now you're getting really close to just, genuine Honda parts, and then the quality wasn't really there. I don't mind having parts from China. It doesn't bother me. What bothers me is overpaying for them. You can't say, okay, here's an OEM one, here's a OE from China, and then expect me to pay the same amount for them. If I'm buying the Chinese made parts, first off, I want to know, and they put them on the box, but I want to know, and I want them to be priced appropriately. We kind of get into like cutting the middleman out when you purchase parts through MAXPEEDINGRODS. I bought a wheel bearing and a CV axle that I want to compare to the MAXPEEDINGROD parts. Both those parts over there are from China, and just the CV axle that I purchased from a local auto parts store costs more than both the wheel bearings and one of the CV axles from MAXPEEDINGRODS. So we're talking 2 or 3 times the price. To me, that's worth waiting, a week to get the parts in. That's the other thing is this whole waiting like 4 or 5 weeks to get parts from China. Most of that anymore nowadays is gone, especially with MAXPEEDINGRODS where they've got parts here in the US. I think those came in like a week. So ordered them Monday, got them by Friday, had the project done Friday night kind of thing, you know what I mean? And so obviously if you have to have the part right now, then it's a little bit, you don't really have a choice. But if you're willing to schedule, okay, the weekend I'm gonna do this, 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 and this, I'm gonna order the parts. It's reasonable enough time that I don't have to argue, oh, it's worth to wait 5 weeks to save $200. So let's go over there and pop those open. I wanna see, I've got a set of wheel bearings and some CV axles. So let's go do that real quick. In a previous video, you saw us unbox these, and so that's why this one is out of its box. And yeah, it's just a wheel bearing. It doesn't sound or feel any different than what I would assume an OEM one would feel like. Here is the axle nut, and then the bolt-in hardware. Nothing super crazy. This is a precision wheel bearing. And as you can see right here, made in China. So we're gonna pop this open real quick here. And well, they weigh about the same. The grooving going around, like the machine work is a little bit wider on this. Shoot, if anything, and I'll get some close-up shots, if anything, this is kind of a little bit more rough. Like this right here, I can feel it on my hands. Around the threads, it's kind of got some burrs on it, and the MAXPEEDINGRODS doesn't. There's a precision logo right here. It's been etched or lasered into there. And then going around the side here, okay, so that makes sense. So hopefully you guys can see this on camera, but you do have a little bit of neochroming here. That means that this has gotten hot during its you know, during the build process, and this has it too. So when I first saw it on this one, the MAXPEEDINGRODS one, I did get a little bit concerned. I was like, why is it like that? But it looks like the other one's like that as well. I wish I had my measurement mic on me. I could measure some of this, but I mean, they don't really look that much different. The other thing was I noticed that this doesn't come with any of the hardware. So the MAXPEEDINGRODS does. It comes with these bolts and then a new CV axle nut. Rolls really smooth. Oh, that's a little bit stiffer to move. I don't know if that's good or bad, but. And on the back side here, doesn't look like there's anything on the bearings, so I can't tell if they like source the same bearings. I don't think they are, because this seal here feels different than this seal. Well, yeah, so I didn't really know exactly what I expected to see. There isn't really that much difference between the two. Feels like, again, I wish I had my mic on me, but feels like these are about the same thicknesses. If anything, this one's maybe a little bit thicker down in here, but that's the same thickness. The machining on this part here, this back piece, looks the exact same. No, again, this has like burrs on it. Like it's kind of like rough around these threads. Or the MAXPEEDINGRODS, just, not that that's a huge deal, but it just feels like it's a little bit more polished at the end of its process here. The distance between where this ends and the splines is the same. Splines themselves literally look the exact same. So, I don't know, you tell me. Is this worth 3 times the price, 4 times the price? You'll just have to make that decision for yourself. And again, even if you say, oh, well, these are in warranty, they're not going to warranty all your labor, so you still have to do all the work to pull them out. So we've got MAXPEEDINGRODS in the front and the import direct in the back. Just so everybody knows, the import direct is double the price of this. And I think this is the beefier one. This, when I was over there, they asked me if it's the heavy duty or whatever it was, and so I think this goes in, like, I guess it's recommended for modified ones, the X5 and X6Ms, and the diesel ones. And so if you were to compare this to the other one he told me about, I think it was going to be $60 more, so almost 3 times the price as the MAXPEEDINGRODS ones. The clamps are a little bit different. This uses that more of a band. This one's got those little clicky single use. They're both single use ones, but just a little bit different band. But I feel like the boot actually feels a little bit better. Yeah, this is kind of a little bit more plasticky feeling. So again, take that as you will. Let's move over here to the other side. Now, here's where some bigger differences are. This has more ribs in it, but again, that same kind of plasticky feel, and this rubber is a lot thicker. I don't know. Again, take this information as you will. I just thought it'd be interesting to look at these side by side. I feel like they've got the same amount of articulation. It doesn't feel like I have to push or pull. Not that these get, you know, anything crazy. We're not rock crawling, but you do want them to be smooth for just, you know, everyday suspension movement. Other than that, it doesn't look too much different. I mean, these little steps here are just a little bit different on each one. The bands, like I said earlier, are a little bit different. Let's go to the other side. We'll look at that, and then we'll wrap this video up. So here are the ends that actually click into the differential, and the clip rings look about the same. I don't see anything like standing out to me, other than they painted this one yellow. When I first saw these, I thought, geez, maybe that seems kind of weird. It's like dirty or almost like a partial rust, but they're both like that. This piece here is wider, and this piece is narrower. Other than that, they're the same thicknesses. The splines and the machining look very similar to each other. Again, I'm just showing you the information. I don't know what to even conclude from any of this, but the only thing that really goes out on these axles is the boots. And then once they start spraying oil and going dry, that's when they fail, most of the time. Now, you do have some other catastrophic failures, but most of the time it's down to the boot condition and how much oil it's lost. So if I was going, completely blind into this and was just like, hey, which one do you want just based on the boots, I'd probably pick the MAXPEEDINGROD one. And then if you want to go even further, the MAXPEEDINGROD one is the heavy duty version, and that makes it, this one is, like I said, I think they said they were $60 more per side, so it's another 120 bucks on top of this already being double. So thanks everybody so much for watching. I will be doing a video where we do the wheel bearings. I can do the wheel bearings now, as you can see here. This is all torn apart. I've got engine parts over there, and this car will be rebuilt using MAXPEEDINGROD internals. The only part of the engine that will be OEM BMW is the block, the head, and the cams, and then some of the valve train. But the rest of it will be all MAXPEEDINGROD parts. So I will be doing a video, like I said, doing the wheel bearings. I can't do some of the other stuff because I have to pull it back out. So I don't want to do the CVs because I'll have to pull those back out later. The transmission pan, I would need to get a transmission pan. Same thing with that. I don't want to install that and then find out that the transmission is bad on this car, because we don't actually know what all is still going on with this car. I just know that the engine's bad in it, but the fact that it's locked up, I have no idea what's causing that. I don't think it's a transmission, but I don't want to do the transmission pan and then find out later that that's not what it was. So lots of work we're going to be doing on this car, lots of MAXPEEDINGROD parts, and I will see everybody in the next video.
Bam!